This video is how to draw figure P3-10 using Autodesk Fusion 360. Here's the final product of the image. What I'm going to do is begin with starting a new design. This is a metric drawing, so we're going to go to where it says document settings and change the units to millimeters. Okay, from here we're going to begin a new sketch. I'm going to choose the front face of this object, so I'm going to use the front option of the cube and click on that surface. For this drawing, I'm going to use a rectangle with the center point. My center will be the origin, and I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to type in the overall lengths. So for the bottom, it should be 100 millimeters. And the overall height is 50. Once the both measurements are locked in, you can take your mouse and click. So next, we will draw pretty much the profile of the front face. So I want to begin with drawing a line from here over. Again, I'm not seeking accuracy at this point. I'm just drawing exactly what I see. There is a line that comes down a little lower and then over. And we have a rectangle that's about here in this spot. Now I'm going to use my dimension command and dimension my lines for now accuracy. So from this line to the bottom should be 30 millimeters. Over here, from this line to the bottom, we're looking at 15. This line here, total distance, is at 30. In between here and here should be 40. Alright. The box is centered in the 40, which from this line to this line, we're looking at 10. And over here, we're looking at 10. Our box height from here to here should be 15. That completes the profile. So now I want to use my trim command and trim the unwanted lines that we do not need. At this time, I'm going to hit the stop sketch button. I'm going to look at it from a perspective view, and I'm going to extrude. So for the extrude, I'm going to include both profiles, and I want to go the opposite direction. So I'm going to do a negative 50 and hit OK. Now I'm going to produce a new sketch on this top surface, and I'm going to provide a point for that surface. I'm going to my dimension command, and I'm going to organize my point. My point should be from the point itself to this back line 25 units, which it is. From the point to this line, it should be 15 units, which it is. I'm going to stop sketch, go to my sketch command again, hit the top surface, create another point, and then use my dimension option, click, and that should be 25 units, which it is. And from the edge over should be 20 units, which it is. I will stop sketch, come to the opposite side, do a new sketch on this surface. Again, going back to the point, use my dimension command to make sure it's in the right location. So from the edge over we're looking at 13. And from this point down, we're looking at 25, which it is. At this point, we're going to go ahead and stop sketch and produce our circles or holes. So we'll go back to our create button and we're going to use our hole feature. We will select the point. This hole has a diameter of 20 units. So we'll type in 20. The depth should go all the way through. So where it comes to the extents, we're going to change the distance to all and hit the OK button. We'll come to the opposite side, do another hole, click on that one. Again, the diameter is still 20, the distance is all, and we'll hit the OK button. The very top, again, we'll go back to create hole, and we're going to click on that point. Now the top diameter is actually 30, so we'll change that to 30, and we'll make sure that it extends through all, and hit OK. Finally, we did a sketch in the beginning where there was a rectangle there. We need to go back to that particular sketch, which was sketch 1, and turn the light bulb on. At this time, I'm going to use this profile and do a cut extrude. So I'm going to click on that profile, and I'm going to create a more of a cut. So where it says extents, I'm going to choose to object. From there, I'm going to click in the inside circle because I want my extrude to go into the drawing, but I don't want it to go all the way through. So it's going to stop at my circle. At this time, notice the operation says cut, and I'm going to hit the OK button. And now I can turn off my light bulb for sketch 1 and better organize my picture. And at this time, we have a complete figure P-10.